Making money with trading was literally impossible for me until I realized this very valuable trading lesson that completely shifted my trading mindset. And if you can apply this lesson into your own trading plan, into your own mindset, I am confident you can 2x, 3x, even 5x your trading results, and this will completely change the way that you view the markets. And if you're brand new to this channel, my name is Emmanuel. I've been a full-time day trader for over 5 years. My father was actually my trading mentor. He taught me everything that I know about trading, and over the last 1 year, I've been able to make a little bit over $549,000 day trading stocks. This is my Charles Schwab brokerage account, and that is over a 360% return on my entire trading account. And just to show you, this isn't Photoshop or a screenshot that I edited. If I refresh the page, there you go. Over the last 1 year, there's the $549,000. And the reason I'm showing you this is to be as transparent and as real as possible, and to show you that this lesson genuinely helped me make money. It helped me completely change the way that I think about trading. Make sure you watch until the end of this video, because I can guarantee that you are making the same mistake that I used to make when I was a beginner trader. And it took me a while to fix this mistake because I didn't realize I was making it in the first place. So lock in, because the sooner that you can fix this mistake, and like I said, I can guarantee that you're making it right now, the sooner you fix it, the sooner you're going to be able to take your trading to the next level. And the best way to explain this lesson is to show you an example. So let's say there's an established uptrend and you feel confident that prices are going to go up. This stock fits every criteria of your trading plan, and you have conviction prices are going to go higher. And now you're looking for a potential buy the dip opportunity, or maybe you're looking for a breakout. You're looking for a way to get into this stock as a long. And then all of a sudden, you get that dip buying opportunity. Prices move up. You kind of feel like you missed out on this move. And then next thing you know, you have an opportunity to buy the dip. However, even though you felt confident prices were going to go up before, you had conviction this stock was bullish, all of a sudden you're starting to feel uncertainty right here. You know, you're confident prices are going to go higher, but you're not confident enough to actually place an order and to go long. You're not confident to risk real money on this trade and take advantage of your conviction, take advantage of prices going up. So you don't place a trade. You don't get in here and you think to yourself, you know what, I'm going to wait for confirmation. Okay, great. And then all of a sudden, prices start to move up, and now you're starting to feel confident. You're like, oh my God, I was actually right. Prices are going up. That actually was a good buy the dip opportunity. I didn't get it, but that's okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy as soon as prices break above this resistance area. And what you do is you end up buying right here. Now you're feeling confident. Now you feel really comfortable in this trade because, you know, this buy the dip opportunity ended up continuing higher. That was confirmation for you. And now prices are starting to move up. And now you're feeling great. You're making money and you're like, yeah, I was right. I knew prices were going to go higher. I had that conviction. I was right. Let's go. You're feeling, you know, kind of feeling a buzz because you're starting to make money. And then all of a sudden prices begin reversing. And now you're starting to get a little nervous. Now you're like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe actually prices aren't going higher and they're going to go lower. And now you start to question yourself as it's approaching your break even. Now you're getting really nervous. And then all of a sudden it goes below your break even price. And now you've completely lost conviction. Now you're like, oh my God, you know, I was wrong. Prices are actually probably going to go down. You know, I didn't, you know, I don't think I was right. And then what you do is you end up selling it right here. And you sell right here for a loss, maybe before it even hit your stop loss, just to see the stock bounce back even harder and continue the uptrend the rest of the day. And you're looking back at this trade at the end of the day, which was a perfect uptrend that you knew was probably going to continue higher in price. You had conviction prices were going to go up. And you're looking at this and you're like, how did I not make money? How in the world did I lose money on a picture perfect uptrend? How could I have done that? And then you start to feel bad. Then you think you're a bad trader, and all of a sudden you lose all confidence as a trader because you messed up a seemingly really easy setup. And the reason you messed it up, and this is the mistake that you're making right now, you are chasing comfort, right? You're chasing confirmation. But you need to understand that the markets don't pay you to operate in comfort. In fact, the most profitable opportunities in the markets occur when things are uncomfortable, where you don't have confirmation. Because by the time the markets confirm the move that you're expecting, the opportunity is too late. There's no longer, a good risk to reward to actually make money on that setup. So right here, you're uncomfortable because you don't know if prices are going to rebound. You don't have confirmation that this uptrend is actually going to continue. Who knows, maybe it might continue lower, right? So you don't have comfort. So what do? You don't place a trade because it doesn't feel comfortable. And then prices start to move up. They start to move up. And then you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, I was right. I knew prices were going to continue in an uptrend. And then you decide to get in here because it's a lot more comfortable of an entry because prices already started to move up. That in your brain is confirmation that the uptrend is going to continue. So you end up getting here. It starts to move in your favor. Then, of course, the uptrend has another pullback, a healthy correction, and then you end up getting out because now you're questioning your own conviction, and then you end up missing on the entire move, literally because you're chasing comfort right here. You're chasing confirmation, but the markets don't pay you to be comfortable, right? In the face of uncertainty, conviction is your ultimate edge. And what you need to have in this moment right here, where prices are pulling back, you're not quite sure whether they're going to continue higher yet, you need to have conviction that, hey, this is actually a dip, this is a buying opportunity, and I think prices are going to continue higher. By the way, if this exact scenario has happened to you one way or another, leave a comment under this video. Let me know. And you might be thinking, okay, Emmanuel, this all makes sense, but how do I develop conviction? How am I actually going to know that prices are going to rebound? Well, number one, you're never going to know for sure. That's the art of trading. Trading is all about probabilities, and it's all about shifting the probability in your favor. And the only way to develop conviction is to have a concrete trading system where within your trading system, you look for specific criteria that separate a high quality setup from a low quality setup. You know exactly what to look for, and those criteria give you confidence to actually enter into the trade. And if all of the criteria look good, from there, you look at the R to R, the reward to risk. You ask yourself, if I'm risking $100, is there a high probability that if this trade hits target, I'm going to make at least 200 or even 300? Whenever I take a trade, I want at least a 2-to-1 R to R. That's the next question you ask yourself. Then you ask yourself, okay, where do I put my stop loss? What do I do if the trade doesn't work? And then you create a game plan when it comes to exiting. So if the trade doesn't work, you know exactly how much you're going to lose, and you know exactly where you're going to get out if the setup fails. The only way to have conviction is to know what you're looking for and to develop that system. The best trades that you're going to find in the markets are the ones that look the best technically, that fit all of the criteria that are within your plan, but feel the most uncomfortable. And if you do feel uncomfortable when you're taking trades, that's supposed to happen. Okay, that's the whole point. You don't know whether the trade is actually going to work. However, as long as you follow your edge and your conviction in every element within your plan, that's what gives you the confidence to take that trade even when it feels uncomfortable. And by the way, this doesn't just apply for trading. This applies for investing. It applies for entrepreneurship. This applies into every aspect of your life. The longer that you can remain in the face of uncertainty and you still work hard, you still show up every day, even though there's an uncertain outcome, the better the rewards are going to be. So you have to get comfortable being and living in the uncomfortable, okay? This is so important in life, and this is one of the best skill sets that you can develop as a trader, because there's going to be a lot of moments where you're uncertain where prices are going to go, and you're going to need to act and trade with conviction. And the same thing happens for, let's say, breakouts, where let's say prices move up, they're basing, you don't know if it's going to break out yet, right? So instead of entering directly over the base, you wait for prices to break out and you get in up here. And even though your stop is here, you have a way worse R to R versus you got in as soon as the breakout triggered. And then all of a sudden, usually prices move back down, they retest this prior resistance, this becomes support, but you get out because you're uncertain, because you were chasing comfort, and now the prices drop back down and you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe this will end up hitting your stop loss and you're going to lose way more money than you intended on, just to see that trade continue higher, right? This happens to a lot of traders, okay? So you have to become comfortable in the face of uncertainty. That's the message of this video. And you need to develop conviction in those times of uncertainty by focusing on building a trading plan and knowing exactly what criteria you want to see within your setups. By the way, if you need help building that conviction, I have hundreds of hours of free education on the internet, not only on this YouTube channel, but I also have a free 10+ hour trading course that is genuinely better than most paid courses on the internet. It will help build the foundation for your trading success. And if you're someone who's looking for something a little bit more serious, you're looking for a hands-on mentor, I do personally help scale and coach traders from zero to consistently profitable, where I take my students under my wing and they trade live with me every single day. So if you are looking for something a little bit more serious, you could apply for my mentorship program, also in the description of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content, and leave some feedback in the comments. I always love reading the comments. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.